So far, I'm
Hello,
free.
everybody. Welcome to Crew Crafters. My name is Crit. I am the Dungeon Master for Crew Crafters, and I like to turn my friends into heroes and superheroes. I'm always super stoked and happy to see when we have a lot of people here when we are starting. So hello and welcome, everybody. We just have a few things that I want you guys to be aware before we get going. So always in chat, just remember you can type exclamation point commands or exclamation point sub if you want to know a few things about the channel, the commands, and everything like that that you can do during the streams. If you snooze, you lose. Yeah, that's a thing apparently. It's a race of people who can say first or rather first comment in what we do. All right. So we have a few things that are still happening on the channel. Just letting you know, on Friday we're gonna have Alien Chariots of the Gods, the Chariot of the Gods. My English is failing me, and we've just started. That's fresh news, super good start. It's the 3-part finale of the Alien Chariot of the God campaign. So we will see how our gracious players are going to be handling it. It's going to be and thank you so much for the Hydrate Revira. So much. Thank you so much. All right, that being said, I'm going to let you watch a little trailer for Alien Chariots of the God, and then we'll get back to you, and then towards the tonight's episode of Kingmaker. So, enjoy.
Through the black where the silence screams, a million stars hold fractured dreams. In the void where the secrets lie, the chariot burns across the sky. Chariot of the gods they ride, through endless dark where shadows collide. What they bring we dare not know, a truth so vast it swallows the soul.
Years have passed since the defeat of the Stag Lord, then the founding of Dingelheim. The once wild lands began to be tamed beneath the banner of Baron Lucian Eldori. Yet peace, as always, is a fleeting dream. When this whole companion, Nakrian Galali, returned to the Stag's Rest, bearing a plea for aid, the bonds of friendship were rekindled, and so too were the fires of adventures. He cursed Scythery, twisted by hatred and decay, encroached upon the domain of a dryad, Tyresia, threatening the fragile balance of the wilderness within the Nile marshes. But what seemed a simple act of mercy soon revealed darker issues, for further south, rumors stirred of a rising troll kingdom, an empire of beasts slowly tightening its grip upon Dingelheim's borders, an empire whose fires of ambition were kindled by Nyresia, a powerful fey creature who was also behind the Stag Lord's tyrannical rules. To the south, the shadows of Canalmere lingered still, whispering of unfinished business beneath the cold waters of that haunted isle. To the west, the realm of Pitax steers with uneasy ambition, spurred by Neresia, if the Fays, of course, are to be trusted. And to the east, the Baron Megar Varn's invitation remained, to this date, unanswered, the silence growing between your baronies, seeming more and more troubling with every passing season. As the heroes gathered once more beneath the banners of friendship and duty within the halls of Cliffwatch Keep, after adventuring and coming back, after fighting and fending off against the beast in its lair, a messenger arrives bearing a news, a summon, an invitation. And the stolen lands, and every hunt is its predator, and every shadow hides a secret awaiting to be awakened. The halls of Cliffwatch Keep stood proudly upon rocky promontory overlooking the Tuskwater Lake, its weathered stone glowing gold in the late afternoon sun. From the great balcony that stretched beyond the main hall, one could see the village of Stag's Rest nestled below. Its rooftop speckled with chimney smoke, the glint of its river docks catching the light like scattered coins. Beyond it all, the vast mirror of Tuskwater spreads to the horizon, its placid surface broken only by the wings of distant swans and the occasional ripple of a passing breeze. The scent of pine and lake water mingled in the air, carried through open windows that framed a view worthy of a song. Inside, polished oak beams arched above banners that had been set to see both feast and battle. The flicker of torchlight played across tapestries woven with the symbol of the Eldori and their allies. The servants moved with a renewed purpose. New spring in their step, if you will, dusting the shelves and lighting arts that had been laying cold for at least 3 weeks since the Baron had been absent. In the kitchen, fires roared to life once more as the scent of roasted meat and fresh bread filled the air. The guards straightened their posture as word spread that the Baron and his companions had returned. Helmets were polished, cloaks brushed clean. Even old captains, grizzled and silent as stone, allowed themselves to be proud of a smile again. As the company, your company, entered the hall, the echoes of boots on stone seemed to awaken the place, stirring ghosts of victories past and whispers of tales yet to come. For Cliffwatch Keep was no longer silent, and the art of proud Dingleheim had begun to beat again. Accompanied you to the side was this new followers of yours, at least, following very close to Gilali. Not the small and disheveled creature you'd found just a few days ago, but a larger now owlbear cub. I want to remind you that even though he is a cub, he is still a medium-sized creature that has the appetite of at least a dozen teens. You enter the hall being met by servants that were rushing out, a sumptuous meal having been prepared for the evening as you just arrived, mugs and other beverages having set on the table awaiting for you. It had been about 4 or 5 days since you left Tazleford after going to the beast's lair, returning to the ford, and then coming your way here as you intended to return. This is where you find, sitting on one of the chairs, Vess, who clearly had made its way all the way here after the confrontation with the rest of the trolls. He decided to beeline it here without so much of a care to look or search for his friends, or at least knowing that this is where he would meet his friends for sure, and that he was not a nature person. So looking through a forest infested by troll, or getting back to Cliffwatch Keep was clearly the safest option. So, of course, your company is met once more as you gather around the table in the late evening on Cliffwatch Keep as you return home. So what do you guys do?
Hey, that's a new one to the team.
It is. It is. I can't wait to tell
That's,
you what happened.
I'm excited to know. Glad you're all fine. What's his name?
Hmm,
His
I
her.
don't know.
As all things
Preferential to.
As all things requiring a name, every member of this fine council and the people gathered around this table may suggest one name. The decision will rest among the faithful currently watching this wonderful event, i.e., chat. So I would like for all of you to make one request or name one word or one name in Discord, so I can actually create a poll. Or rather, Khan, do you think you can create the poll with the options, and then we can have Chad decide on the name of this lovely, lovely cub owlbear?
Yeah, so everyone send your suggestions on
Oh.
Discord.
Or we got Muse. Muse, you can do it. If Muse, you want to do the poll, that's fine. I just want one person to be able to do it. Just check on the Kingmaker Discord. I think everybody's going to be posting there. Oh my god, really? Alp. Okay, that's good, Kraz. That's.
Well, we can't say out loud yet.
No, I'm trying to. I'm holding it to be sure that nothing is revealed. It's very important.
Mine sounds funny when you give the Albera command.
Hey, thank you for the subscribe.
There's a song based on that.
I think we have only one name left that we're missing. The name from Vess. Oh my god, really? Okay, so these are the sorry, no, Bran, we have you. So that's good. So that's the 6 options. So if you want to do a poll for that, Muse, I'd greatly appreciate that. While the rest of the party can continue on with their little conversation that they were about to have. So, what do you guys do?
Lucian, I feel like you receive a visitor. No, like we saw the messenger.
You
Phil?
saw a messenger. He's been here for 2 days at the very least. He was awaiting with an invitation that was apparently to be given in hands to the Baron himself.
Right. So yes, Lucian, you have a messenger waiting for you, and Gilali, please tell me all the good food you made during your trip, and what did you do during that trip? I want to know all of it.
Oh. Okay. Actually, you missed a few mistakes. That was good. We won't mention that beyond that.
Excellent.
There was an owl bear and a cave and exploding
Obviously.
mushrooms and just so many
Exploding
things.
mushroom?
Mm-hmm. In the cave. With the owl
Tell me
bear.
more about this. And Vess gonna start picking up like a piece of papers and scribbles notes, like drawing mushroom. What were the color, the size? Why do they explode? Did you know why? And like question you about this specific mushroom that seems very intriguing.
Oh, they weren't exactly. They were just sort of plants, and they exploded to sort of defend themselves against things that would eat them, which seems counterproductive to me because if you explode, well, you might as well have let it eat you. But I don't know. I'm not ways in the ways of plants.
Interesting. Uh-huh.
Oh, and some of them screamed. It was an awful sound.
What? Were they alive?
No. Nope.
I feel like we need more time together. Sometime like I need a full recap of we'll sit down and watch 2 or 3 hours or maybe 6 of content, you know? But
Yes.
Just letting the chat know that the poll is currently out. If you want to vote, go right ahead.
excellent.
Good. I'm seeing. No!
Oh,
You can vote
you can
multiple
use.
times, guys. By the way, just letting you know. Somebody found that it can vote multiple times.
I wonder who that is.
All right. So, as you mentioned that a messenger came around, one of the servants kind of like perks up and looks in your direction, Vest, clearly wondering if he should be inviting the messenger.
Oh yes, yes, bring in him. Um, yes. Lucian, are you ready for the messenger?
I mean, if the messenger's been waiting for at least 2 days, he's probably going to be ready in like 15 minutes ish. Like organizing himself and everything like that. Waiting in court and being summoned normally is a lengthy affair. Of course, like your court itself is not quite busy, so it may take him about like 15 to 30 minutes being ready.
Perfect.
So, while you wait for this messenger, anything else that you'd like to discuss? Because I think I remember that there were some deals that were made and some other things that might be interesting to discuss with our friend Vess.
Anything else I missed except for the screaming exploding mushroom? That sounds
found-
insane.
I found this. Well, I didn't find it, but I have this axe that I've been carrying around, not knowing what it was, and it's pretty neat. I'll take it out and show it to Bess.
And you
Right.
also made a deal with a fake creature. Don't forget that.
That happened too, but it's not that important.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So I was visited by Narissa, and she told me that if I ever wanted to see Niall again, there'd be a time where she would ask me to not act. She didn't tell me what it was, when it was, but I would know when it's time. And I agree. And if I break that pact, I will die.
Oh, okay. And okay, just so I recall, Niall is the one who sent you to meet us in the first world, right?
Yep, that's correct. And if I
And
didn't agree, I would never have seen her again. And so I agreed so that way her and I could remain in contact.
and Narissa, was it the Dryad that helped us defeat the Side Tree, if I'm correct, Phil? Or
You are incorrect.
No.
Neresia is a name that you are aware of. She is the one who Nikri saw in a vision, who told you that her name would allow you to enter the Stag Lord's fort.
is she the one who allow us to bring back Lucian?
No.
No, okay. Sorry, guys, it's been a while.
But she did mention that it was almost a game that she's having, that she's playing. She knew about the Stag Lord, and she said that was almost her intent for us to go there and fight him.
Are you saying that we're like piece of chess on a board and we are being played?
That's what she alluded to.
Kraz, you do remember that Neresia also had a symbol on her hand that's resembled a round with a triangle on it. And as Kraz, if you show it to Vess, you may remember this.
Yes. Vess will remember this. Wait, she has that symbol?
Yes, this one right here. Are you familiar with it?
I am, actually. My old mentor died with this symbol on him.
Do you know what it represented?
Not specifically. It's still something I'm searching for. The Lord Ashford. That was Ashford, right? The vampire lord.
Yes.
Lord Ashford mentioned to me some knowledge about it, and also our friend's wizard, not Brand, the other one, at the
Cyrus.
Silver State Lake. Yes, mentioned that he knew about it, and I could seek him to find answers for it. But if I recall, it was a symbol of chaos or incoming doom. It is not a good omen necessarily.
Good to know. Or, well,
I
hopefully good to know.
I will direct you to some clues that you have because it's been a while, Vess. If you go in your case, check the name
Yes.
of your murder case.
Oh, the Ashford murder case. Yeah.
And the name of the vampire lord is?
Ashford too. Huh. Just connecting dots.
Yes.
All right, all right.
Raz,
Yes.
since
Yes.
when do you know what chess is?
I would see it play out in the Feywild. I'd never played it myself. I just would smash the pieces because it was too. I didn't get it.
Okay, yeah, because I tried to show you and you smashed my board. So I was just making sure.
I won, right? No more pieces.
As you're having that discussion,
Sure.
I'd like to know what is Lucian doing?
Well, the second there's a lull in the conversation, he would speak up and go, "We are forgetting about the warning that they have about Melissa being evil and coming to destroy our kingdom. Obviously, we mentioned it as a game of chess, but that does not show the true danger that she poses. Or anything about Pitex and the Langton King that we were warned about." And he'll kind of look to View as he says Langton King in kind of like a hopeful, like, do you know anything style way.
Does that ring any bell to me?
You may do an occult check for me. So give me a second. I'll actually give you a prompt for it.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
I'm also very good in society. If
Yes,
ever.
but it's not a matter of society. I know what you're very good at. Just give me a second. Here we go. You can do it in
Oh.
chat.
Can I use one of my skill?
You can always use your skills if they are relevant to what you're trying to do. What skill do you wish to use?
Yes, I just reread them earlier today, which is a good thing. And I have this thing called eclectic obsession. Your desire for stimulation has led you from one pursuit to another and grant you a smattering of expertise with merit craft and profession. You reflect on snippets you've learned to ultimately become trained in one lore skill. Oh, it's a lore skill. Never mind.
It is a lore skill because it is lore occult.
Ooh, okay. Then I get to be trained for it for 10 minutes.
Absolutely. So what you can do if you are untrained, you can do the check with a plus 7, 8, 9, plus 9, which would be the equivalent that you'd have from a trained plus your level.
So it's at the modifier +9, you say?
Yep.
Normal, keep lower, keep higher, attribute. Oh, can I turn that off? No. Circumstance, add. No. Okay, let's just say that this roll will be +9, okay?
Okay, sure.
Keen recall.
You don't need the plus 9 because you succeeded. So what you do know about the Lantern King? That's a very good question. Just give me a second. I'm going to do something here. Notes. So you do know that the Lantern King is a name of an occult, Fey-based pantheon, some kind of demigod, maybe. You know that he's known for his bizarre, playful, and sometimes like cruel jokes that he's trying to do. He's a very vain individual, and he's renowned to dislike being upstaged. He likes to basically like ride the proverbial razor's edge between mischief and sadism, if that makes sense. He is part of a group that is called the Eldest, which are basically the rulers of the First World, the equivalent of Pathfinder of the Feywild.
Okay.
Owlin takes a second and gets closer towards Galali and rubs its head against the leg of the cleric, being Owlin. Lady Owlin, oh my god, yeah, right. it's the name of Muse's character in Ticking Time Bob's Pendragon, I believe Somerset. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But yes. Anyways, so yes, that's what you know about the Lantern King.
The Lantern King.
Yes.
Okay. Oh yes, of course. Lucian. Yes, it's ring a bell. I think it's an eldest dark demigod entity in the first world. Uh, a evil jester, doesn't like to be upstage. Is very vain. Yeah, sounds a bit like a trick being played by the first world people. Narisa playing us, that Olen King now. That's a lot of thing that plays in her lands, don't you think?
Well, I think I know that I do not like the Fae.
Right. But yes, and I just some things are at works here. I feel we're being played like tools by other greater power, and I must say I don't enjoy it. I think we should maybe investigate a bit more into that and then make our own move.
That is the hope, yes.
As you're having
That'd
the
be-
discussion, the doors open and the servant kind of like presenting the messenger from the hunting lodge, and the gentleman like strides in. It shows that he's a person that has not been used to courtly graces. He's probably like the best presenting hunter that there were, that they had available. A gentleman in maybe like early 20s. He seems to be like striding with the confidence of like, fake it till you make it type. And he strides in, kind of like looking, clearly hoping for somebody to direct him of like, hey, I'm the Lord, because he's currently like entering into the room with about like 6 or 7 people, and he's like, who should I be speaking with? If that makes sense.
Yeah, as the door opens, I'll sit up a lot more and look, like, immediately go into like a proper Baron like pose and stuff.
He takes a second, seems to be understanding. Hey, thank you for the gift subs. All right. He seems to be standing up for a second and straightening up. Clearly seeing that Lucian is as he sits at the end of the table, moves a bit closer towards him. Your Excellency, and he removes his hat, kind of like hugging him like to his chest as he speaks. My name is Emmett. I am a messenger from the hunting lodge in the Camelands. I come on behalf of guild leader Jamil Visse. And he waits for a second, kind of like makes a, like, oh shit, I forgot to bow, and he like, gives a small short bow. Hey, thank you so much for the gift subs. I think are we in hype 2? Jesus, hell, that's cool. Thank you so much, guys. All right, so do you do anything?
Well, I guess first is the question of if I recognize these names.
You have you may either
I have politics lore.
You may either do society or hunting lore.
May I assist on society in some way?
If you assist, that's because you're actively telling him stuff, if that makes sense. Which would look weird.
Okay. Well,
because you're not doing it in a covert way. So you're able with the society that you have. The name Jamal Visser is it rings a bell. You know that most hunters of the area seems to be the best way I could explain it is he seems to be some kind of important guy in the hunting community. A lot of people are using the latest Jamal Visir's trick. He seems to have been some kind of guide, teacher to a lot of local folks, and he's spoken of with a certain degree of reverence. He's been known to be hired out sometimes by Bravoy, specifically in times to stamp out bandits, monsters, and other things like that. So he's like a part-time adventurer, if you will, but mainly a tracker, hunter, and an expert in woodland survival. Another thing that you know, specifically due to your barony and the things that have been going on here, is he has a reputation for being fair, compassion to the common folk, and has little patience for government inefficiencies and corruption. All right.
Okay.
The young man Emeth stands there, like clutching his bonnet, like in his on his chest, kind of like awaiting some kind of response to his what he believed was a grandiose declaration.
Well, please continue. What is the message?
He takes a scroll that he had and he cracks the seal, opens the letter, and starts reading. Esteemed defenders of the people and new regent of the stolen lands, as civilization comes to these wilds, you have distinguished yourselves in seeing to the safety of your people, yet much dangers remain. Jamal, I invite you to attend to a hunting trip to a particularly monster-infected reach on the banks of the Durden River, along with several other hunters and explorers of notes. 3 days hence, on the eve of the hunt, we shall all meet for a night of friendship and revelry in an old hunting lodge we have recently rebuilt, some 24 miles upriver from Tuskwaters Lake into the Durden. As your kingdom grows, integrating with neighbors on peaceful terms is important, and this event will not only give us all the chances to become friends, but to make the stolen lands a little safer for us all. Yours in good trust, Grand Ranger Jamal Visser. That's not me. And he curls it back and hands the note to you, which I will be sharing with the party and everybody, so everybody can see.
You always do this after I type it all.
I hit. Here we go. I'll do this here.
Well, you shall be quiet for a few seconds, and then I'll say, I appreciate the offer. I will need to discuss it with my compatriots if we can attend or not. There's much going on, and it does intrigue me.
My lord also wished to know by what name does your company goes?
Dingle Rangers?
I think we need another pool.
I think we're gonna need another pool this time to know. So the party will need the party name after a year of adventuring. They do need a name. So again, I will ask all members of the party to put out one name. And Muse, if you are still there, can you please do the polling with these wonderful names so we can know under which name our party will be known. I want to thank everybody. I want to take a second to thank everybody, by the way, that gifted subs that allowed us to go to Hype Train 2 and gain a few things there, and also participating in throws in the little pollings that we have. We're looking for good ways to be sure that everybody participates. Just letting you know that if you're a sub, you have access to two things that only subs have. So you can give Favors of the Wild, which is a an ability that gives a advantage on a roll to the players. And you can also have access to reversing the fates. Basically, the chat may, at one point in the stream, decide to reverse any d20 that I rolled, that the players rolled, and replace whatever result by what the viewers decide. So that's a thing that you guys are allowed to do if you're a sub and you're also enjoying the stream ad-free in order to get the better of it. All right, so defenders of oh my god, that's great. I no, some of them are I sure, okay, we'll see. Would you ask anything else from that messenger, Your Excellency Lucian Eldori?
I don't believe I would.
Excellent. He does mention that he's supposed to be leaving only when he has an answer, and that he will be remaining here until you are able to provide him with one, because, as mentioned by the letter, it takes 3 days for them to be ready. So the moment you say yes, he'll leave, and 3 days afterwards is when you're supposed to be meeting with him and with Jamal and the rest of this retinue that wants to go out hunting. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, meaning that you don't need to go right now.
Right, yeah.
So, you are back once again to the secrecy of your own group.
The second he's gone.
Yeah.
Obviously we're going. I mean, come on, we're killing something impressive. I will show off my skill. It's the perfect excuse.
Like this
Seems as though I remember the last time we went to a gathering like this, there were all sorts of trouble.
It was so fun. Yes.
Personally, I think it's super interesting. Potential allies. Seems to be a fair person. So I'm all in for it.
Do we know what we're hunting?
A beast, a great beast.
Okay.
Well, let's see.
I
We're
would
from the Commonwealth.
I would caution that we've already been invited by
Magar Varn.
Magar Varn to go to Restov, which I think we
not
should
Restov.
honor before.
Varnhold.
I thought it was Varn. I thought it was Rostov.
Nope.
My notes are bad.
Yeah, Varnhold is
So-
the barony to the south of Restov.
I have a question of above table. So if I understood right, we don't need to go right away for the hunting trip. We could do rest of and then the hunting trip, or no? It's not like
Sorry, can you ask that again?
Yes, we
Yes.
could do Von Hold and then this.
Yes.
okay. I'm interested in both, but honestly, doing a little trip to Restov, I kind of want to get rid of this. And I show you the dagger. It's been troublesome. I'd rather have something more efficient and less mind wrecking. Don't get too close.
My recommendation would be to go to Varnhold via Ogleton, Restov, and then we go to Varnhold, and then we can circle back to the hunting lodge before we come back here.
There's another passage, by the way, to go to Varnhold if you cross near where Cyrus Brightshade's tower was and kind of like skirt right on the edge of the vampire's territory and go into the mountains.
Okay.
I'll just
okay.
I'll do this here real quick. So just give me a second. So if you notice on the map, just give me a second. I'm gonna do this here. 'Cause my mouse doesn't want to obey me. The two ways by which you can go are clearly either in the gap right here, or crossing the river and going the long way to Oleg, and then following the road, and then from the small city of Nevakta's Crossing. This is the city you're from, by the way.
Yep, I remember.
Nevakta's Crossing, and then head down towards Varnhold.
And for the interest of knowing, where's Durden River?
Durden's River is right. Just give me a second. So, give me a second. This is Durden's River. That river right here.
Right.
The hunting
That's-
lodge would be somewhere
it's like
around
there.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still think Oleg's Restov, Varnhold, and then down to the hunting lodge would be my vote. Your Excellency.
Well, that'll be far more than 3 days. And if we ever have a delay, it would be rude of us to keep them waiting. So I'd rather we not inform Emmett of any plans and just state that we're going to handle what we're doing with the band, with the Varnhold, and then we'll come back and attend this hunting.
Could we do all this in 3 days?
It will take us more than 3 days to get to Oleg. Well, no, but it'll take us quite some time.
The hunt's in 3 days, correct?
No, the hunt will be.
It would take 3 days to prepare.
Yeah, 3 days to
Okay.
prepare.
Okay.
2, 3, and let me I'll tell you how much time it's going to take for you to get to Oleg's if you give me a few seconds.
2.5-ish.
Let's map. That's recon. 2 days at the latest, at the earliest would be to go.
And then about 3 days to rest up. Probably another 3 to 4 to Varnhold because we haven't mapped that. Yeah.
So, what is your decision?
And so that's
Not
why I'm
everybody at once.
and that is why I'm suggesting, we go to Electum, Von Holden, and then we come back and begin these. And then we decide between the trolls or the hunt.
Fair. We can come back here after Varnold, but I still suggest we go to the long way.
I'm agreeing with you.
Excellent. So, as it is agreed, you will be heading towards Olecton, and then going along the long road. You will be passing Nevakta's Crossing for Restov, and then come back to head towards Varnhold, correct? Yes, no?
I
Correct.
believe so.
Yeah. Yes.
All at the same time.
All at the same time. Everybody all at once. All the time. All right. So, give me a second. I'll do this here. Yes.
New band name. Everybody, all at once.
Everybody
all the
all
time.
at once, all the time. So, after 2 days of traveling, after your feast in the halls of Cliffwatch Keep, you reach the walls of Olegton, formerly known as Oleg's Trading Post. Compared to what it was before, it is absolutely not the same beast. The place is huge, just being nestled along one of the long ways from Brevoy's capital all the way to Restov has its benefits. Of course, this place is mostly made of people that decided to migrate here, but this scope of what it is now is much grander than before, more in the lines of a township, even almost a city, by the amount of ramshackle buildings that have been built. Most things are still in a state of either being built or destitute buildings slowly making way to newer, more permanent structures. Of course, some more disheveled buildings have seen many winters by now, at least 4 since you've last walked within the city itself, or rather the small trading post. The former trading post itself now seems to be marking the area where a luxurious inn is located, called Svetlana's Heart. On one of the sides of the city, the opulent Bright Shade Tower now stands. The very same tower that was resting on the shores of the Silver Steps seemed to have somehow made its way to Electon, now benefiting from the business and patronage of people passing from the capital of Brevoy going to Rostov. It grown into a very large and very prosperous city-state, maybe in within the Stolen Lands. There are a few guards at the entrance, mostly militia of sorts that are not really seeming to be trained, more just like being there, more like armed thugs being able to do some kind of justice or maybe intimidate people into just not doing stupid things while they are within the city's walls. And when I say walls, quote unquote, it's more of a like larger fence that's been built around the overall encampment / city, more than likely due to Oleg's paranoia of being attacked by some bandit once again. But then again, from coming here for the first time in a while, you notice that this place is well off and would not fall prey easily to any would-be brigands should they want to. Or at least the city itself likely even had its own thieves guild right now bustling within its walls, and Oleg is oblivious to it. What would you guys do?
What level city is this
This
considered?
is a level 5 city.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes. It is not due as
Okay.
again. It is not due by its own merit. There's a lot of storage spaces, a lot of warehouses that have been built, as it serves somewhat of a trading hub, and whatever individuals are here are either people that were drawn by business, or are in transit somewhere.
What time of day is it?
You are arriving here by late afternoon, early evening. We are in the last few days of summer, meaning that we're slowly crossing into the night falling a bit too early, like around 7-ish. Like, you know, the sun is slowly dying over the hills, and business is slowly picking up for the evening. There's a fair amount of share of individuals that are having businesses in the business on the streets themselves. Some small, like, you know, street shacks that have been built in like street stands. And at night, the main street itself seems to be turning almost into a casino area, with gamblers that have grown unchecked by any types of formal guards that are doing their business in the street directly. There's about 4 or 5 smaller taverns that all compete to one another, which, like, even by the time that you are slowly reaching towards where Svetlana's Heart, the bigger inn, is located, you've probably crossed 4 or 5 fights that were happening with more brutish individuals that were trying to keep it in check, making you even more concerned about, like, okay, this place is if nothing is done, this will be a haven of crime eventually.
Do you spice?
Yeah, do you spice?
Spice? Do you spice?
And by the way, we now have the poll open for the name for the party.
I feel like we should talk to our friends Oleg and help him out with his thugs.
Do you
Then,
think you'll remember us?
well, of course he will. We help them grow to this size, and also I would like to talk to Sirius. I have question about my blade and that symbol and Narissa. It's
So
I'd like
what
some.
is your first pit stop as you reach?
I agree. We should just go at least introduce ourselves to Oleg, maybe get a room for the night if we can, and then we can go about shopping, going to see Cyrus, getting food for Alton.
Excellent. So you first visit Oleg, correct?
Correct.
Excellent. So, as I was saying, the inn itself, Svetlana's Heart, is this large building that stands almost atop like a manor, overseeing everything that was in the lower city that you just crossed through in order to get to it. The city itself seems to have grown and sprang from this area, and almost like there's this small bridge that you need to cross in order to get into this area, a bridge like in a moat that was being in the process of being dug when Oleg was in the process of trying to make his humble trading post safer. As you get in, you're assaulted like literally by about 4 or 5 servants that are in a hurry to help you out with your baggages, ask you if you need any, if you have any horses that need stabling. And the amount of service is overwhelming. Thank you so much for the ad read.
Ooh,
You come
unexpected.
with me out.
Mihao, and he remembers the great care that he was taken under here. So of course, he's more than happy to follow one of the servants. I want to know, by the way, Owlin. He's coming with you. He's following Galali. Is there anything that you're doing to obfuscate him, or he's just literally following behind you?
I would be okay with him following behind me unless someone suggested different.
Oh, it's not about
You know,
what
or
you are comfortable. I'm just want to know if there's any effort of like hiding a owlbear, because like I mean, as you were crossing, definitely you had some reaction of like people, it's a wild beast, and like some people like fleeing away from the sight of an owlbear just being in the city.
Can you
oh
can
well,
you
can I
remind
keep my?
what size is it right now?
Owlin is medium sized.
Which is like what a
Like
large dog, a small.
no, bigger than a large dog, more like an adult
Black.
an adult man.
Okay.
I am going to like stride next to it. Like, yeah, I'm a cool bear. And I have a cool pet. You know.
I got a menagerie.
Exactly, like a status symbol.
Sure. Okay.
Go around its neck, and it'll look less fierce.
But then again, you need to remember, Your Excellency, that you are not in your lands.
Status symbol.
Okay, status symbol. Gotcha. Okay. So,
Yeah.
okay. There are still a lot of reactions. Some people like, oh my god, like, and like, oh, check it out. Like, there's a lot of fingers pointed, a lot of adverse reaction, a lot of people that are nervous, curious. It's attracting a whole lot of attention, basically, is what I mean to say.
Can I walk with a hand on it so that people know that it is very much with us, and maybe they'll assume it's safer since it's letting a lady touch it. I don't want
Do you have
anybody to
any
panic and
animal
try and
handling
attack
or?
it.
Absolutely. And by the way, you are now officially known as the Stolen Lords.
Oh, well, that's not good.
That's what Chad voted.
Yeah, we're gonna steal your shit.
It is the stolen land, so I mean, like, as the Stolen Lords make their way to
Stolen landlords.
Stormland.
Jesus.
No. If you want to take something from chat, Kraz, you need to give something to chat.
I'm teasing.
We're here to increase rent.
Yeah, right. So, as you make your way inside, of course, there's a lot of people that are in the process of like reacting different ways to the owlbear following suit towards you. It does as you cross like the threshold, leading into the walled area where we have the where Svetlana's heart is located. There's a few servants that are and then leaving quickly, seeing the owlbear. What would you do?
I asked for Oleg or maybe his wife.
Excellent. So it takes you a second, and like a lot of one of the servants' first reaction is to laugh as you're asking to speak with Oleg, and just go like, "Oh, you're serious?" I'm afraid they're quite busy.
He's a friend.
Tell him Lucian Aldoy is here.
Takes her a second. She like squints for a moment, try to compute. Give me a second. Ah, of course I spelled it wrong. The Baron of Dingelheim. Oh, of course. Just please. And she kind of like claps her hand for a second, attracting the attention of two other of the servants. She seems to be in the process of quickly giving them some direction to usher you into one of the one of the small adjacent meeting rooms slash living rooms that are in one of the larger home that serves for the for Oleg and Svetlana, and she hurries somewhere on the second floor, leaving you kind of there in this building that still smells quite new. Like the structure itself, everything seems quite new. There's a servant that seems to be staying in the room, kind of like looking at you and being sure that your needs are met. And another one kind of like trickles in back and forth, serving very, very, very expensive wine, some degree of food, treats that are somewhat exotic. Gives you almost the impression that like like a show was put out to be sure that you know that this is a lavish and luxurious place. If that makes sense.
Right.
Yes. They're putting their best foot forward.
They are indeed trying to put their best foot forward. After about 5 minutes of wait, you hear the sound of the footsteps coming down, very light footsteps, and then some voices in the hallway, some kind of like hushed voice, and then you have a loud expression of a woman that squeals, and she turns around the corner and quickly, like almost in disbelief, like turns the corner, looks inside, and like Svetlana, her expression that she's normally very, very conservative in her expression and like how she behaves and she presents herself, she beams and rushes forward and would hug the closest one of you that she can, except you, Kraz, because I don't think she knows you very much. So who would that be?
That's I feel like Gilali or Lucian will have been the leading party since they present themselves.
Absolutely. So Gilali, Svetlana offers you a big hug. She's not dressed in the opulent clothes that you would expected by the presentation that is made. She's dressed in finer clothes and finer fabric than she was before, maybe wearing a bit more of jewelry, but she still seems to have retained this modicum of modesty in how she presents herself. You notice that she's wearing her wedding ring that she had lost before.
You found your ring.
Yeah, we did. How have you been? And she sits down, allowing you to sit down next to her. She kind of like crosses her leg in a very womanly fashion, resting her hands atop her knees. I'm so glad that you're here. We haven't seen you in years.
Oh yes. Up to our same old, just exploring and things. Well, my brother and I,
Yes.
the Baron and these lot have been governing. And I sort of
Baron,
crinkle
well,
my
yes.
nose.
Lucian, and she look in Lucian's direction. That's an upgrade from different things that happened to you, isn't it? And she you see a flash of awkwardness that goes across her face and her expression, clearly remembering that you were dead at one point.
I was already an Abdoi. I was used to being noble. This is not much of a difference in my life.
Of course. I forgive me. I didn't mean to imply anything. We're friends here. She seems to make almost you feel that's almost an inquiry.
Of course.
Good. What brings you here? What can I do for you?
Oh, room and board and a place. We're traveling.
Of course. I'll honor my husband's pledge, and you don't need to pay for anything. Board and shelter is offered here graciously to friends who helped us in a very, very big, very, very time of need.
How is Oleg? I asked to speak to him, and they looked at me. Well, they said he was busy, as if maybe I shouldn't have asked.
He's a very busy man. He's been trying to. We didn't have a whole lot of time now to do what we were setting out here to do, as in we set it out here to be merchants, and seems that a lot of people have decided to join our endeavor, and now he's orchestrating and solving disputes and serving as a mayor, I would
Leading.
say. Yes,
You-
he's a good man. He has a good heart, but I feel that he's maybe in over his head, or he's trying too
Can
hard.
I do the equivalent of a perception check, or to see if
What are you
she's
trying?
hiding trying to see if she's hiding something or purposely not
You may
saying
make a
something.
diplomacy check.
Diplomacy.
Yes.
Do I have anything that can help this? No.
I can make it.
You can, but Brand's the one that asked.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Um. While he's we'll
While
let
he's doing
Tim do
that, yes. What do you want to know?
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
I wanted to mention to oh wow, Svetlana. Sorry, brain fart. Yeah, Svetlana. I
Yes.
notice a lot of thugs in the streets. You guys need any help? I
Nothing.
mean, I have.
Nothing can be solved recently. We've been asked numerous times by Restov and Bravoy if we wanted to benefit from their guard, and Oleg has been hesitant to allow, because as much as we appreciate the help from Bravoy, we left Bravoy for a reason, and knowing back that we'd be under the yoke of the Brevik yoke once more, it's not something that we are interested in.
Well, there's always one kingdom.
There is,
Yeah.
I understand, but the proximity, or rather the distance between your lands and here makes it hard. If you have hopes and if you're going to expand, maybe one day, yes, but I don't see this happening in the near future.
Well, we're still friends, and
She
I.
beams at you, saying that she's clearly happy. You have a feeling that she has not, like, she has a lot of stress, a lot of things, like specifically in the fact that now she's a de facto leader of sorts, and like that was not what you set out to be. It's kind of like, when you're promoted manager and you didn't expect to be promoted manager, or you're doing the job of a manager but you don't have to pay for it. It's kind of like that situation. Bran, she doesn't seem to be hiding anything. She seems upfront, honest, as she has always been. She seems exhausted.
Yes, as I was saying, I don't want to speak for all of us, but we are friends, and since, yes, we manage our own city, Stag, but we acquire certain skills in that, and I feel like, personally, I would be willing to help you out if you acquire anything, especially with underground, more shady people. I know how to speak with them, so.
We're fine. We're fine. Even when you're saying that, by the way, Vest, you understand that like what's going on right now in Olegton could be fixed in maybe a few months of you staying here. But you also have the feeling that the moment you'd be leaving, it would come back, because that's what normally happens when the sheriff leaves town. Like trouble comes back. So unless there's a more permanent solution, you don't feel that you could have a permanent resolution for Svetlana's situation, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, I'm mostly saying that, like, if they require help, like they can send us missive, and I believe we'll gladly help them. That's one more
We're
I
not.
want to be open.
If you're asking if we've been put under any pressure, no, we've not. Thankfully, or unfortunately, or my husband is not one to butt heads with anybody that is of the unsavory criminal side. So that left us well out of their ways, which also mean that they're operating however they want. I'm not saying that's good, but we have no militia. We don't have any money to equip anyone. And what says that we can offer anything that these people wouldn't be able to offer? Loyalty is another very, very different thing. And right now, as we are cooperating, we're still relevant. And
Mm.
Well, we'll do our best in due time to help you out, and don't hesitate to ask for us. It will be my pleasure. Come.
She smiles again and nods. Thank you very much. It's really
Oh.
appreciated, Vess.
I, for one, was looking forward to arriving and helping you at the end, but it's so much bigger now. You have all of these servants. I don't imagine that you need any help anymore.
She clasps her hands and like it clasps her hand with yours and like no I always need help. Thank you so much. This was a dream for me to get an in like to an end of the sort. And at least this is one thing that we've been able to do and establish. Patronage has been lacking, of course, but I always need help in the kitchen. If you want to help me with some of the things that I'm preparing, I've and she seems like you have a feeling that she's been busy and that most of the people that are gravitating around her are maybe more of the bootlicking type, so she doesn't have any real friends. If that makes sense. She'll
Ah,
like you just giving her an option of having like, oh my god, I'm having a real friend helping me with like standard stuff. We're gonna be in a kitchen and just like drinking wine and just chatting. Amazing, and you're not gonna want anything from me. Like you're not after my purse or anything like that. That's great.
oh, I can't wait. This is going to be so much fun.
She seems genuinely happy. Stands up, and mentioned that she'll be in the kitchen, and that she'll have Bethany, and she points to one of the servants nearby, lead you to the rooms. She looks at Bethany and be sure to give them like the best room we have. Be sure that they have a bath ready, bath drawn with warm water, and be sure that no expenses. Everything is on us. Bethany kind of like you have a feeling that Bethany takes a second, looks at you, and like is clearly judging Svetlana's decision, as in like you're wasting your money on them, but doesn't dispute it. And Bethany would lead you to the second floor where you have access to your rooms for the evening. Leaving you, other than, of course, Galali, who is going to be spending the evening in the kitchen with Svetlana, doing what we, of course, like to call shooting the shit with a friend. And what is everybody else going to be doing with their evening?
I once run on. I suppose I should ask, who is this Cyrus that we keep talking about?
Who? Who are you talking about?
Who is this? Talking to the party once we're alone, yeah?
Yeah.
Who is this Cyrus we keep talking about?
Ah. Oh, you wait for her to be gone, or you want to?
Yes, I'm talking to the party.
Thank you so much. So Svetlana leaves, and you may attack. You may attack the party. You may ask the party.
So,
What is it?
yeah, repeat the name. I'm not sure I hear it well.
Who is this Cyrus that we're speaking of?
Oh, Cyrus. Ah, yes.
Oh, that's so true. Cyrus. Oh, you were in
Cyrus.
there. Yes, he's a wizard.
For sake of brevity, we'll go into details of he was in a tower, powerful, helped us against vampire-ish. Then he moved his tower here. He's a very powerful wizard. So we're going to go talk to him.
A vampire?
Yes, the Ashford. You know, the ones we have a deal
Right,
with.
yes, you've mentioned that, at least.
Yes. Well, just say that with Mr. Brightshade, without his help, you probably wouldn't be back with us. So yeah, he's a good guy, powerful. He can move towers. Did you notice that, Bram? It's the same freaking tower. How does that? Why? I don't know.
Oh, I noticed. He definitely has lots of power. Yeah. I'm going to go talk to him. Anybody else want to come?
Yes.
You might be able to
Culture,
answer some more questions about this pact, and I also don't feel comfortable with you walking by yourself in this town, so I'll come along too.
Thank you,
Uh,
Grass. Sorry.
All right, so Bran and
uh,
Kraz are gonna go see Cyrus. Lucian and
I, I'm
Vess.
bringing
Go
I'm
ahead.
bringing Owlin as well
You're bringing Alan.
because Gilali's definitely not taking Owlin into the kitchen, and I'm not leaving Owlin in the uh, room
Table.
by itself.
By itself, excellent. So Alan just coos like and decides to follow after you.
And kind
Uh,
of scritch it under its chin and kind of like
it seems to be quite happy, tapping the foot, like the back foot, for a second, with the happiness of a like 300-pound cat.
yes. Owlin is my jam.
Absolutely. Lucian and Vess, are you following to go see Cyrus? Or are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I would go with them to see Cyrus. I have question about the dagger and
Excellent. Lucian?
Narissa.
I have nowhere else to be, so yeah.
Excellent. So you four decide to go towards Brightshade Tower. The tower itself is not hard to find. It is sitting almost like hugging the building of a larger, like probably like the most well kept tavern in Electon. Taverns don't have names, by the way. It's just like this tavern in the corner of this street, and that's it. Because of course, like most of them have been established just a few weeks, a few months, perhaps a year at most, for the single purpose of getting money and creating a business, more than having a person making like, oh, I have this idea and I want to make this like establishment. That's not really a thing yet here. And the main door of the tower kind of leads onto the terrace and into the terrace of one of the
To the Tarask?
not the terrace, a terrace. How do you say that in English? A terrace?
Grass.
A terrace?
Balcony.
A balcony, like one of the balconies of the Hin, where sits
Terrace.
this blue
Oh.
robe, the gentleman. Again, Cyrus Brightshade is a taller gentleman, a large build, like he seems like a powerful build. Gives you the impression that in another life, or maybe if he wanted to, he could be a fighter, perhaps of sorts. He has this longer, black and white beard that's like very very well kept. Long hair as well that almost like seems to give him the impression that he has a lion's mane. His large hat is set on the table beside him, and the amount of trinkets, jewelry, and the finery that he's wearing indicates a man of means by no small length. Gives you the impression that he's a wizard that you would probably meet in Absalom, the king, the like a very well kept wizard from Absalom, which is the capital of the world. And the fact that he's here in the backwater, like small tavern with no name, enjoying like a small wine from his like glass, and like his legs propped up on the chair beside him, like lazily looking towards you as you're coming along, is kind of strange, weird, and refreshing in a way. Like that you understand that okay, not all men of science are always just don't have all the broom up their asses, and yeah, he sees you
Now-
coming, and before you are within earring range, he just lifts his glass, clearly indicating that he's noticed you, and he waves you over, kind of like inviting you over to the table that he knows likely you were going towards anyways, but like make it socially acceptable that you are moving towards it and sitting down at it.
Important
Last
question.
time. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Now that I see him, do I can I recall knowledge about him in any way? Like have politics lore type thing?
It would be arcana lore.
Okay, then no.
You can do it untrained.
Nah,
You can try it.
I don't want to.
A critical success is a critical success, man.
But I don't think my character would care about the science,
Okay.
the magic science.
Then no. All right.
Go ahead, Brain.
So you are approaching the table.
So one of the things that I recall from when we met the first time in his tower was that there was a continual sort of aura around him where I could sort of.
You're cutting off. And oh my god, really? He's cutting off.
Heck W.
Like on cue. On cue.
He casted
He
invisibility.
did cast invisibility. It just like went away. That is amazing.
He's so shy.
He's so shy. It's like, oh my god.
Oh no! Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
We can't
Okay.
see you, but we can hear you.
Oh, Foundry crashed. Something happened. I don't know. When we met last time in his tower, I was aware, I sensed a continual bombardment of people, I guess, sending messages or requests or anything to him. Was that purely within the tower, or did I know that emanated towards him? And would I sense that in him now?
That was due
Would I sense a different sort of...
That was due because you did a detect magic and you did an arcana check to identify magic.
Yes.
Are
Yes.
you doing that now?
Yeah, Foundry's crash. So it's going to take me a second, so maybe I
you're
could just...
advancing in the street, and as you're getting closer to him, you cast detect magic.
Correct.
Okay, so very noticeably in the street, you start casting detect magic with the like the disjunction of magic, kind of like, you know, waving away and coursing through and around him. For once, you detect no magic on and around him.
I just smile. I don't say anything.
Excellent.
Good evening, Mr. Brightshade.
Good evening, young Vess.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you very much. And how are you?
We are very good. Present to you Lord Lucian.
I'm familiar with Lucian Eldori, though we have not officially met. Well met, Your Excellency. And for once, Cyrus stands and offers a polite bow before sitting back down. He seems to have it. It gives you the impression, Lucian, that he has been at least versed into etiquette of the brevet court etiquette, and you have a feeling that the way he's doing it is a bit more disproportionate to the rank you have. Like either he's exaggerating it to make fun of you, or there's other things there.
Okay. I think there'll be a moment of like, oh, he knows Brevik stuff. This is like, I'm like going back to the time of my past and kind of like taking a deep breath, gathering himself, and then going, yes, it's nice to meet you.
Would you do me the honor and pleasure of sitting on my table? I am a man of simple means, but I enjoy good company.
He will sit.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. It's a privilege to be in your presence. And he sits down.
Before I sit down, because obviously I'll just want to join, I will go and make sure that I find some wine and glasses and bring them to the table.
Sure.
So we're not borrowing his.
As you go inside the inn, you're almost bump into one of the servants that was just waiting there.
Yep.
What do you need? I'll get it for you. Master Brightshade has paid for everything tonight, and we just want to be sure that he's served everything that he wanted. What do you need?
We'll take another...
Of everything? Yes, okay. And he just like quickly leaves.
Okay. And I go back and sit down.
So you sit down at the table.
And may I introduce you also to our new friend, Kraz?
Kraz Naraz, the jewel of Nael, the ferocity of the arena. I've witnessed some of your fights. You're an extraordinary fighter.
Thank you very much. I'm glad that you were impressed.
Of course, I'm not a man of steel and blood, but I can appreciate when a person takes it to an art form. And you clearly do, my friend.
Kraz slightly bows.
And
Is that
I
red
pat
I
him on the
see?
Bran pats him on the back as I'm like, hey, way to go, buddy.
Yeah, is that red I see?
I
That
whisper,
shade of green?
I whisper, I look, turn to Ben. He knows me.
That's great.
Yeah, thank you for taking some time to meet with us. I think
I
we
made
have a
sure.
few questions.
He looks at you for a second, and I made sure my agenda was clear this evening because I had an impression that this meeting was forthcoming. Tell me,
I feel
Bran, and he looks towards Bran. How are
Yes,
your studies going?
Yeah.
they progress, but I am eager to meet with you and discuss further on how I can proceed. I feel that I have come to a junction that I need more guidance.
Guidance I'll be happy to provide. And he outstretches a hand and like rests it on your shoulder, kind of like giving you a like the approval that a mentor or a teacher would provide.
And what will surprise others is usually I am sort of a little standoffish, a little sort of hoity-toity, but I am definitely blushing, and I do show sort of a oh my god, sort of wow that he's touching me. Not like fan service, but more like
Yeah, yeah.
a dad kind of appreciation of a son, and it just really sort of makes me sort of look weird and look very awkward. And then when I notice people noticing me, I kind of turn my face away and a little bit ashamed of it.
Now, please enjoy the wine. And as he says so, the servant, like the waiter, comes over and sets a few bottles of wine. You notice that it's all very expensive stuff, and probably like hard liquor mixed into that. There's about like 20-ish bottles that are set on the table itself. From a pig. Basically, it's not expected for you to drink all of them, but at least that now you have the selection. You have the impression that every bottle that was worth their while has been taken from the bar and set on this table.
Immediately picking up like a nice one and just going, well, to Keaton, and cheers.
To the smiling god. And he cheers with you. Now,
take some of that.
what can I do for you on this evening?
Oh wow. Who wants to start first? Well, okay, I'll go. Um, I have two questions for you.
I'm listening.
One I feel is simple. The other one might be more complex. Uh, First of all, I have this, and I move a bit backward from the table and show the dagger because I don't want to stab anybody with it. I know how I could be with it. I have found this pristine dagger that seems to cause harm to some of my friends from time to time. I would like to get rid of it, but I can't seem to be able to. Do you have any suggestion to do so?
He will take a second and make a Arcana check. Oh my god, that was open. I'm sorry. I'll hide it.
Fine, it's fine.
Uh,
Wow.
Wow, the max level wizard has a legendary in Arcana. Who could have known?
Jesus
he
Christ.
takes a second and
Bran just creams in his pants right now.
Jesus.
I see. This is a bellicose dagger. And where have you found
Yes.
this?
In the underground where our fine friends Lucian passed away. Um,
We don't need to keep mentioning that part.
He, Cyrus raises an eyebrow, looks in your direction for a second, and then looks back towards Vess. I see. So, let me think for a second. Seems to be recalling, or rather, going back into like his knowledge of of what can be done and not done, and other things as such. Just give me a second. I need to check one thing real quick.
No problem. And when Lucian said to me that I don't have to remind him of that all the time, I was just mentioning, but these are the facts.
Give me a second. I'm just checking something. That's not what I need. That's not what I need. Is it a ritual? No, it's not ritual.
Turns out you're forever cursed and can't be broken.
No. This strange magic is born of the occult. Its Ruth is somewhere locked in time. For that matter, the curse cannot be lifted because I know this might sound strange, but this curse at the present does not exist in this time.
Okay. So